Hey friends, welcome back. You know what? Forget the intro. We're going to find out the bull case and the bear case. We're going to find out the good, the bad, and the ugly. So you right there can make your own decisions in whether we're going up or down. Before I begin, we got some breaking news. We got the Bureau of Labor Statistics makes the largest downward employment revision in 15 years, revealing the US economy added 818,000 fewer jobs than initially reported. The revision was worse than expected.
You know, the range of how many jobs they would take away for a variety of reasons, maybe the largest is the birth-death model for businesses, was going to be somewhere between 350,000 and 1 million. It comes in at 818,000.
We've just had the FOMC meetings released just now, and it states this: vast majority saw September cuts as likely appropriate. Number two, several officials saw case for cutting at July meeting. Number three, downward risk to employment was seen as increased. At number four, we have almost all Fed officials expected continued disinflation. So what happens next? Bitcoin gets a brief boost after US employment growth revised lower. The strongest US jobs market through 2023 and early 2024 was a bit less strong than thought, provided a very brief, very modest bump to the sluggish price action in BTC during the mid-morning US trading hours. Here is a tweet, and this is a member of the Federal Reserve. His name is Jesse Cohen, and he says in the meeting, vast majority saw September cuts as likely appropriate. So let's have a look at the Fed watch. And as you can see here, there's a 61% chance of the Fed cutting in September. They're going to cut in September by 25 basis points. If we have a look at the Fed fund futures, there is a 63% chance of a 0.25% cut in September. What's going to happen next? Because the bulls and the bears have their own narrative. So we're going to find out what's going to happen. I'm going to give you the bull case. I'm going to give you the bear case. I'm going to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly. The purple line is the 2012 cycle. The green line is the 2016 cycle. The blue line is the 2020 cycle. And the black line is the cycle we're currently at right now, 2024. So normally it takes 170 days after the Bitcoin halving to see a parabolic run. Let's continue on with the bull case. We have the BTC hash ribbons, and as of now, miners have finally capitulated. They've all sold. A vast majority of miners and mining companies have sold their Bitcoin for now. Here is a tweet, and it says public BTC miners flipped from net sellers to net buyers. As you can see on this chart, it's now heading upwards where they're buying BTC. Currently, the price is around 60 and it's hitting this resistance. It's hit this resistance 1, 2, 3, 4 times. And every time it hits the resistance, what's the rule of thumb? Here is another chart, but this time it's BTC compared to the S&P 500. We had a crash, a massive crash, and this was the cash and carry trade. Happened on Black Monday. Then we had a recovery, and now we're lagging behind. But you have to decide. Is BTC a leading indicator or a lagging indicator? Now it's time for the bears. Now the bears, this is their narrative. This pump is fueled by leverage. Open interest is up 5% this morning. In the last 7 leverage-driven pumps, the price has always reverted. While there's no guarantee it will happen this time, it makes me skeptical. Since July the 18th till now, the price has only been going up because of open interest. Leverage plays. It's not driven by spot buying. Here is a chart of BTC, and the red arrows, what do they indicate? They indicate America's trading hours. And every time America starts to trade, what happens to the price? Every time the European trading hours begin, the price of BTC for a brief moment goes up, while America, with the biggest funds and the biggest capital, sell BTC every single time. Here is Bitcoin's inflows as of today, right now, currently. What do you notice? There's no inflows. There is no inflows at the moment. Bitcoin's metric signal weak demand as BTC ETF hype slows down. Apparent demand has slowed considerably since early April and even dipped into negative territory this month. On-chain data indicates a significant slowdown in BTC demand since early April. Despite the bearish signals, some metrics remain robust. Long-term holders are accumulating Bitcoin at a record level. Bitcoin's price action has largely remained muted. In the past months, billions of dollars of selling pressure have flooded the market, denting optimism from January launch of several spot ETFs. Yet BlackRock and Larry Fink continue to buy BTC, yet the price is not going up. That's strange, don't you think so? The asset manager's spot fund added just shy of 5,000 BTC on Friday, bringing the total holdings to 195,000 tokens. And this is on March 10th. He currently has a whopping 350,000. He's the second biggest holder. Sorry, he's the third biggest holder. Satoshi is number one and Binance is number two. And Binance is just a custodian for all of its clients. So it's practically number two. Satoshi owns 1.1 million, whereas Grayscale own 350,000 US dollars in a matter of 6 months. So what do you think is going to happen? In literally a year or two, they're going to supersede the Godfather. BlackRock is even buying Ethereum. BlackRock's ETHA becomes the first Ethereum ETF to cross 1 billion in net inflows. Ethereum's ETF held by BlackRock holds over 860 million in net assets. Only Grayscale's Mini Ether Trust and Ethereum Trust have more. Its net inflows are more than the next three highest ETF inflows combined. If you don't believe me, you can see the spot ETF volumes. They're going up. Cumulatively, they're going up. Volume market shares going up. Spot futures going up. Spot ETF flows is slightly increasing. So all of this is all bullish. Yet the price of BTC has been trailing downwards. We've been trailing downwards since 73,000. And again, we hit this resistance and headed back down. Again, formed a lower high, another lower high, another lower high, and we continue to make lower highs after lower highs after lower highs. Not only this, we've broken down past the 200-day moving average. We formed 61,000 as resistance, and now we're still hitting resistance. We've been moving sideways to down for the past 5 months. 5 months. So is this distribution or accumulation? You decide. One hedge fund owns 27,000, another owns 1,000, 6,000, 6,000, 1,000, 1,500, 800. So these are what they own of BTC and how many BTC they own. Some of them have not participated in BTC. 60% of these hedge funds have already bought. So you can make this into a positive or a negative. You can choose. So let me pose a question to you. And my question is this. What happens in a market when everyone's a buyer? When everyone becomes a buyer or has become a buyer, what happens to the price? There's no more buyers left. There's only sellers. So what happens? I really didn't want to show this chart. I really did not want to show this chart. I really did not want to show this chart. Anyway, let me begin. July the 17th, 2007. I don't know where you were at that time what you were doing. Maybe you was in school, college, university, work. The chart on your left-hand side is July 17th, 2007 was the top. We had a drop of 9.58%. Then we had a recovery. We broke the previous local high, and there, my friends, was the first rate cut on September the 18th, 2007. On the right hand corner, we have July the 17th, where we had a meteoric crash of 8.64%. Literally on the same day we had this crash in 2007. They do say history doesn't repeat, but it often rhymes. September the 18th, 2024 will be our first rate cut. Honestly, this is major news, and it's a shame that Solana has been delisted so far from an ETF approval. The only way Solana is going to get an ETF is if Gary Gensler is gone. Point blank, period. As long as he's chairman of the SEC, Solana will keep getting delisted. Number 2, we have Italy's oldest bank. It's set to offer BTC trading to 1.3 million customers. Number 3, we have Polygon announces Matic to Pole token migration to happen on September the 4th. Number 4, we have Babylon plans to launch the first phase of its mainnet on August the 22nd. And number 5, we have Drift Protocol, and it launches its prediction market and is called BET. Number 6, we have Swiss Stake AG. Company is building on Curve, has submitted proposals to Curve DAO, requesting 21 million Curve vested over a year. Number 6, we have USDT to go live on Aptos. And last but not least, we have SYS, and it's now listed on Binance Futures. We did make a trade on this, and we're in the money so far. If I show you in our private members, we did short SYS and we're in the money. We're up 328%. We've done a scalp trade. If you need some help and some alpha in the space, the link is in the description below. Head over to our website, go to the pricing plan and sign up. You won't regret it. This is the best performers over the last 30 days amongst large cap. Number 1, we have Helium. Number 2, we have Aave. Number 3, we have Tron. Number 4, we have Su. And lastly, we have XRP. Here is some data from Glassnode. And since the cycle low established in November 2022, Bitcoin dominance was at 38.7% and is currently at 56.2%. Ethereum's dominance back then in November 2022 was at 16.8% and is currently at 15.2%. Stablecoins back then was at a whopping 17.3% and right now it's at 7.4%. And finally, altcoin dominance back then in the bull market was at 27.2% and currently it's at 21.3%. Here is a better illustration and here is the chart. The chart of BTC is heading upwards while everything else, my friends, is heading down. But we do have some light at the end of the tunnel. And this is the altcoin speculation indicator. And it's the lowest it's been since July 2023. It's very, very low. And this is probably the best time to accumulate alts. We're at the very, very bottom of this indicator. Normally, when the blue lines get to 80 to 90%, that's a time to start selling. And normally, if we get to around 0 to 10, that is probably a great period to buy. Once everyone becomes a BTC maxi, once everyone capitulates on altcoins, this is probably the best time to buy alts. Price targets, S&P 500, currently at 5,610 points. And we had a huge, massive bounce of 10%. We went down a massive amount. From here all the way to here, we went down from wick to wick 9.33%. And we made these gains right back in just a matter of, I believe, 2 weeks. We made those gains back. Literally in a matter of 3 weeks, we done a V-shaped recovery. Now the question is this: will we break all-time new highs and continue to go up further? Or is this just a dead cat bounce? The Nasdaq is currently 4.26% away from the highs. We have the Dow Jones and is very, very close to the all-time highs. Likewise, BTC is still on struggle street, but today had a good bounce. We had a bounce of 3.82%. Likewise, Ethereum is still on struggle street. However, surprisingly, ADA has come back to life. ADA has risen from the ashes, and as of today, it's up a massive 8.58%. It's about to break this resistance and it's heading up higher. From here, minor, small, minute altcoin rallies, and we had another altcoin rally. Here is a better visual example. I just picked any coin, any kind of coin in my list. I just picked any coin. We have ADA, ADA's in the top 10, and we have BTC dominance. As you can see right here, I believe that BTC dominance is going to head down to this area. In the meantime, while BTC dominance heads down of maybe 2%, 3%, we might see a small rally. Altcoins are already down profoundly. So as of now, ADA is down by how much? 65%. Yes, altcoins can go even further down, but there might be a relief rally. Just like we had altcoin rallies, we might see a small rally upwards. Therefore, after that, we're going to see BTC do its last leg. It might get to 60%. It might get to 65%. Phantom is having a massive resurgence and it's up a whopping 15%. We also have Aave. Aave is up. MakerDAO is up. Aave is up massive. Only one red candle in the past 2 weeks. We've literally gone up 58%. We've broken the bear channel, the huge bear channel. We've been in this bear channel since May 2022. So literally for 2 years, we've been in this bear channel. We've just been oscillating between these two ranges. And finally, we've finally broken out DYDX. And I haven't spoken about the dollar for quite some time. I've left this here for a few months and it's looking like it's heading downwards. It's about to hit my target of $100. It's gone down since I last spoke about it. It's gone down from here to here. It's gone down 4.88%. Looks like the DXY is heading further as of today. Interest rates are about to happen in September the 18th. So what will happen next? Will we continue to head lower, or will the DXY strengthen and go up higher? Will a recession happen? Will we get stagflation, or will we just continue to go up further and further? Make sure you like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and if you like my stuff, go check out my other stuff up here. Peace.